and this is a matter of profound importance to women's health and wellbeing. And, Deputy Speaker, it's a condition where tissue similar to the endometrium or lining of the uterus grows outside of the uterus. It's often under-recognised and not diagnosed. It's a chronic condition that affects a staggering 1 in 9 women in Australia and approximately 200 million women worldwide.
I call the member for Hughes.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I rise to speak on this motion and thank the honourable members for both Bendigo and Lalor for bringing this motion before the House. I also thank the member for Robertson, who's spoken so well on the medical issues around endometriosis, and also the member for Forrest, who has been a co-chair of the Parliamentary Friends of Endometriosis for many years, as well as all the other members who have and will be speaking on this important issue, which is around endometriosis. And this is a matter of profound importance to women's health and wellbeing. And, Deputy Speaker, it's a condition where tissue similar to the endometrium or lining of the uterus grows outside of the uterus. It's often under-recognised and not diagnosed. It's a chronic condition that affects a staggering 1 in 9 women in Australia and approximately 200 million women worldwide. And the symptoms often emerge during teenage years. A laparoscopy is the only way to confirm that endometrial tissue is present. Yet, Deputy Speaker, despite its prevalence, the causes of endometriosis remain elusive and the journey to diagnosis is far too often fraught with delays, averaging around 7 years. Endometriosis is not just about menstrual pain, it's about a pervasive, debilitating condition that can severely impact a woman's life. Half of those living with endometriosis will have fertility challenges as well before a diagnosis is made. It has been described as pelvic cramps akin to labour pains, throbbing, gnawing and dragging pain, often extending down into the legs. Its toll extends beyond physical suffering to financial burden, with an annual cost to Australian society of around $9.7 billion per year, primarily attributed to lost productivity, as well as $2.5 billion being direct healthcare costs. And, Deputy Speaker, recognising the gravity of this issue, the Coalition has been at the forefront, when in government, of addressing endometriosis. In 2018, it launched the National Action Plan for Endometriosis, which provided a crucial blueprint for action. And we have supported and welcomed the decisions of the Albanese government to uphold the former coalition's government budget measures, including the establishment of $16.4 million for endometrial and pelvic pain GP clinics in primary care settings throughout the country. Deputy Speaker, we also welcome the government's decision to maintain the former coalition government's commitment to invest $25 million for a new MBS item for pelvic MRI scans, because we know that this is such an important issue, such an important investment for women across the country who need better access to this critical support. And, Deputy Speaker, access to resources and informed healthcare choices are paramount for women battling endometriosis. We must equip both patients and healthcare providers with the necessary tools and guidance to navigate this complex condition effectively. And particularly, there's probably some more work that needs to be done, particularly the education of GPs. And so, Deputy Speaker, as we observe Endometriosis Awareness Month this March, let us recognise the pivotal role played by organisations like Endometriosis Australia. Its tireless efforts in research, advocacy and support are invaluable in easing the burden carried by those enduring the challenge of endometriosis. And I note that they have recently launched an excellent podcast called Living with Endo. In closing, Deputy Speaker, let it be known that the Coalition remains steadfast in its commitment to improving the lives of Australian women and girls affected with endometriosis. We will do this in a bipartisan way. Health should be way above politics. Together, Let us continue to raise awareness, drive research and provide unwavering support to alleviate the burden of this debilitating condition. And I take this opportunity, Deputy Speaker, to particularly acknowledge the tenacity and courage of Australian girls and women suffering and living with endometriosis every day. My sister Jackie, my friend Jess. They are still, though, playing sport, working, studying, caring for children, caring for parents, and I say to them, we will continue to approach this debilitating medical condition in a bipartisan way to bring about better treatments and hopefully finally a cure. Thank you.